Hello everyone, my name is Saman Naradu Upadhyay. In this video lecture, I am going to explain about the custom as a source of law. Dear friends, when custom is taken for discussion as a source of law, to a non-law person, it is surprising. But to a law person means a person who has done law graduation or post graduation. He understands what force custom has behind the law. On this very forceful source of law, we will undertake discussion in this video lecture. Generally, custom is defined as the habitual course of conduct of the persons what they observed uniformly, voluntarily in their routine practices. Why they are doing so? When they are finding such course of conduct useful to them, good to them, beneficial to them, and they are finding that in disposition of their daily routine as well as the course of conduct in the society, a particular kind of conduct is assisting them, aiding them, and giving them very ease to observe and to come out of the problem what they are supposed to have in the society. That is why Holland had attempted to define the development or the course of growth of custom as paving a path in the forest by the pedestrians after a long run on a particular route. This is what he conveyed about the antiquity characteristics of the custom, which is very important to have there. Almost it is said that custom has come into existence in a very identical manner what Holland has suggested about the creation or paving a path in the forest by the people when they are going through on a particular route. So, custom has been found as the oldest form of law. Limitations what is upon the growth of law through the custom is the time boundedness. It's a easy observance. It's a conformity with the moral norms of the society as well as the legislation of the state. So here about the custom, this slide is before you. It's a long established practice, unwritten law. It has acquired binding and obligatory characters. It is, if it is continuously observed, then it's a valid. There should not be any kind of interruption. Take example of Saptapadi in Hindu Marriage Act. It has found place sapinda, prohibited relationship, all other essential requirements of a valid marriage between Hindus, what were already in custom, more or less they have been imported into the legislation. About the origin of custom, historical jurists, particularly in Germany, they were very much concerned. Main Savigny is one of the potent advocate of the customary laws when he says that whatever law we should have that is already existing in the society, so we need not to go for legislation, rather we should inquire existence of those laws in our society which is existing over there in form of the customs. Main said something about that the judgment of kings were under divine inspirations, which was founded upon the customs, which became foundation of the custom. Hearing says that people will not impose liability by their own will until compelled by courts. Grace says custom is nothing but it has been often arisen from the judicial decisions. Holland is little different. Holland says that conscious thought on the part of the people. This is tentative practice. Whatever many more things are here. Spencer says that like a biological origin, the custom has its origin. Islands. These are the things just there. Now kinds of custom. If we try to find out, customs may be classified particularly in two kinds. First is legal customs. Second is conventional customs. Legal may be local or general customs, and conventional customs, let us take first. It is called uses, and it is in existence under the international law, where the states are complying with the international rules, regulations as per their convenience, and they, if sometimes they are finding inconvenience, they are not losing their faith in the international law is because of the conventional characteristics of the international law. Local customs are those customs which are spanned only in a defined territory or locality, whereas the general custom is operative throughout the realm. General custom is here, according to Keaton. The general custom satisfied certain conditions to be a source of law. Requisites of a custom to be valid, to be source of law is its reasonableness, consistency, compulsory observation, antiquity, certainty. These are here. And antiquity means it should be in existence since immemorial time. Continuously it should have been practiced without any discontinuance, and it should have been exercised as a matter of right, not as a matter of only convenience. It should be reasonable, it should not be unreasonable, otherwise it would become inconvenience, mischievous, to be continued. It should be moral also. If it has immorality, then it cannot survive for a long time, as happened with the dowry system, bonded labor, slavery, sati practices, all these, even recently triple talaq, all these things are there. They were the part of the customary law since they were immoral, and they have been kicked away. Status with regard to any modern state when a new legislation is enacted, it is generally preferred to the custom. Therefore, it is imperative that a custom must not be opposed or contrary to legislation. For instance, the customary practice of child marriage has been declared as an offence. Similarly, adoption laws have been changed by legislation in India. You might be knowing that a married women had a no right to adopt a child even though her husband has consented. It was husband who would have adopted a child, of course with the consent of his wife, but after 2008 10, it has been changed. Now a married woman can adopt a child. Of course she requires consent of her husband too. What are the essentials of a valid custom? It must be ancient, continuous, or reasonable. It must not be immoral, contrary to justice, equity, and public policy, contrary to statutory law. Binding forces are there. There are certain theories, historical theory, analytical theory. They are saying something about the existence and forcefulness of custom as a source of law or to be a law. Historical theory is totally based upon the customary law, and they see custom only as a source of law, and they reject all other sources of law. They say that it is a formal source of law, and rest are just supportive, and they should not be done. Vinogradov has vehemently rejected observation of Gray that custom did not originate from judicial decisions, originated from household and relations of clients, possess sanction of people and judges recognized them only officially. Analytical theory says that custom is not a law unless and until it has not been declared to be so by the sovereign. Gray was very much rigid on the custom. He says it can never be a law until approved by judges. So they were very much opposing personalities of this custom. But if we look back the ancient sources of law in Indian legal system, we will find that Shruti, Smriti, commentaries of digest custom was there. There are certain cases where custom has been recognized, customary laws have been recognized by the Indian courts, be it Delhi, Balwinder Singh versus Srimati Gurpal Kaur, AIR 1995, Delhi High Court 14, page number 14, Keso versus Gandhi, Thangamal versus Gangamal in Sankarlingam versus Subba. So sources of international law, they also consider custom as a source of law, and it is there under Article 38 clause 2, and which is widespread behavior. So in conclusion, I repeat that custom was source of law, still it is source of law to that extent up till it has not been disproved by the legislature or the judiciary. Otherwise, custom is prevailing in the society till date. Thank you very much.